Reading in John chapter 6, we see something so powerful. Here, Jesus just gets done telling some really hard things to a multitude of disciples, people that are following him. And all of those disciples that were following him, but 12 left. They leave. And it says, many of his disciples, when they heard this, said, "This is too hard of a saying. Who can understand it?" And so what do? They dip out. They leave. They no longer follow Christ. But what do we see? We see that there's 12 left. And here's where things get so good. We see Jesus turn to the 12. I mean, picture this, please, for a moment. Just stop and picture in your head Jesus turning to the 12 that are left. And he looks them in the eyes and says, "Do you also want to go away?" I mean, picture that. And what does Peter say? One of my favorite verses of all time. Peter says, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. Also, we have come to believe and know that you are the Christ, the Son of the living God." I mean, I love those verses. I love specifically verse 68 when he says, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life." And I love this verse so much because I know in my own walk with the Lord, when things get difficult, when my relationship with Christ hits a wall and it becomes challenging and sin becomes ever more present in my life and the trials and tribulations hit me to the ground, when I feel like all hope is lost, I'm reminded of this verse. And I always look up and say, "Lord, to whom shall I go? You have the words of eternal life." And I would say that is such a beautiful and good verse to hold near to your heart when you are facing difficulty, when you are facing trials and tribulations, when the spirit and flesh are constantly battling and the flesh seems to overcome and win more times than you'd like to confess. Just say the words to the Lord, "To whom shall I go? You hold the words of eternal life." And find peace in that and rest in that.